Horrible hobby. All right. For one, I think one of the worst hobbies you could have is fucking cave diving. Because why the fuck are you putting yourself in a cave called the Devil's Armpit? Willingly. Like, the cave has literally killed like 10 people already, yet you think that you're the one who's gonna magically make it out alive. And then all of a sudden, the day that you go, it just starts raining randomly and trapped in the cave because, you know, it's rain in the cave. Matter of fact, you drown in the cave because the rain flooded the cave because the cave wasn't big enough for you to climb through. Do you not see the issue with that? Also, if you count gooning as a hobby, which if you goon so much to the point where it's like a daily hobby to you, brother, let's put down the lotion bottle. See, I'm not even against gooning entirely. It's just you gotta do it in moderation. If you're doing it every single fucking day, like, what are you doing with your life? Come on, bro. We gotta lock in with that. Anyways, today we're watching a video about the worst hobbies. Let's get to it. St. Dawn.
Whatever you be doing in your free time, that's really your own business. But sometimes I have to ask you, for what reason? Because some hobbies seem to be the most boring thing in the world, or so stupid or dangerous it has me questioning how it could possibly be fun. First up, I'm gonna start with these dangerous ass hobbies. You know, something like parkour seems to be fun, right? Doing some light jumps or a couple flips here and there, or whatever this is. But once you start doing double backflips off the Empire State Building and gripping onto glass panes with the tips of your fingers, I think we've lost the plot.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. There's no way I would ever make a jump like that just for free. Like, I would have to be getting paid. It would have to be for a video. And I would have to know that if I slip and fall, there's like a big ass bouncy house at the bottom of that crack where I can land on and I'll be fine. Or there's like a jumper cable. Because this could be considered an attempt on your life. If you miss that jump, you're dead. You're dead.
State building and gripping onto glass panes with the tips of your fingers, I think we've lost the plot. Because there's no way someone can find enjoyment out of doing this. You're telling me you feel good doing this?
Oh my God, bro.
If you don't feel good, we're done, sir.
Is the fact that your life is in danger what makes it more enjoyable for people? Because realistically, that's dumb as hell, bro. And that's to all the adrenaline junkies out there. Because deadass, you're out here stressing me out, putting your life at risk like this. Have you ever tried playing some Roblox Squid Game? That will get your heart pumping. That's real adrenaline.
No, please! Please don't kill me!
I sort of get the appeal, you know, like it would be fun to jump out of an airplane. But a huge part of that enjoyment is the fact that I know I'll live, okay?
Yeah, skydiving is calm, especially if you got like somebody strapped behind you, you know, who's a professional, you know you're gonna live. So it's just exhilarating. Now skydiving without a parachute. Oh no, brother, you're dead.
It's strapped to my back that's been doing this for years. Zesty ass profession, by the way. But some people just have to take it to the next level. Okay, what is this, bro?
Like this shit.
And the worst form
shit,
of this adrenaline-seeking nonsense is cave diving.
How the fuck do you even get in this position, though? Like, I know how you get in this position, but like, why? Because if you're head down into a fucking cave ending, right? You're done. You're actually cooked. There's no way for you to get out without breaking some of your limbs. And then once you break your limbs, it's gonna be so painful that you're just gonna give up. Like, what the fuck?
Hiding spot.
But cave divers, pretty much what they do, they go into these little ass holes purely out of love of the game, because 90% of the time these caves don't
just
go
pure
anywhere.
Adrenaline junkies.
I might,
bro.
you know, have an inkling of understanding if maybe the entrances to these caves led to somewhere, you know, like a crazy ass light up spot.
Yeah, like some
But
shit
no.
like that. That's in Chattanooga, by the way. That's Ruby Falls. That shit's tough.
They just like fitting in holes. Pause. These niggas will go in pairs like they care about
some
their
crazy. Tennessee has the most caves in America, or like yeah, I think we have the most caves in America. And I've been through like a couple of caves over here. Some of this shit is calm. When it's like, you know, scenic and there's nice little things to it, and you know, it's safe and it's fucking monitored, and I know I'm not gonna get stuck in a fucking devil's ass crack. That's when it's calm. But besides that, bro, you can miss me on that bullshit.
safety, watch their friend die to a loose rock, and then think it's a good idea to continue exploring.
Wow, guys, Giuseppe's dead. A massive boulder just landed on his head, crushing his skull, shooting his eyes out of their sockets. It was really an eye-opening experience. On the bright...
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the stupidest things you can do. Anybody that does all of this, you know, they're probably not all there in the head. But for a hobby to be trash, it's not just something dangerous, okay? There's a lot of stuff that's just straight up lame. For example, if you collect some lame ass shit, I'll let card collecting slide because it's high-key tough. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, you know, all the games you can actually play. But like sports cards, in my opinion, they're kind of stupid.
That's not ridiculous.
Bro, what? So collecting Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon is tough, but sports cards is L's? Bro, I don't think collecting anything, unless it's like fucking like dildos or some shit, is crazy, bro.
That's not ridiculous to say that.
Like, I mean, you can make money selling them, but like, what else you gonna use them for? Decoration? Like, you gonna play a fantasy game with some cards? Fuck. But when you get to collecting teacups, bro.
This collection represents 35 years of my life.
Oh no! What's this? Our table!
Or you're collecting
I would be so fucking pissed.
some shit like stamps.
Are you serious right now?
Bro, what's wrong with that though, gang? You just hating to hate. Collecting stamps, yo, that's an old people hobby. Let them do their shit. What's wrong with that?
Bro.
Come on, gang. Showers, man. Showers. And even people that be collecting some old ass books. Well, I read sometimes too. Yeah, and also
what the fuck is wrong with collecting books, bro? They're trying to get their education levels higher, man. Who the fuck?
Colognes. I probably sound like a stinky ass nigga right now, but
Oh,
hear
me
me out.
collecting colognes is crazy? Are we serious? Yo, what?
I'm not talking about the people that just own multiple fragrances or just want to smell good. I'm talking about those gremlins with the largest cologne collections you ever see.
So they're gremlins because they want to smell good, Saint? Yo, Saint, they're gremlins because they want to smell good? Yo, niggas, let niggas have hobbies, bro. It's not that deep.
And somehow they look like this.
Come on, bro.
It gets to a point, my dude.
That's not a bad
Cologne
hobby.
is not saving you. Okay, let's try, the gym. Now tying this to the next one, going to the gym, that's a cool ass hobby. That'd be self-improvement. But this is just a message to all the middle-aged white women who do anything but work out. 7 sets of shenanigans.
This should be goofy as hell, though. I will say, if I was a middle-aged white woman, I would love doing some shit like this. I don't even know what they call this shit, bro. This shit just pure boredom. I guarantee all of them are housewives.
And 4 reps of tomfoolery. There is infinitely
That
better
shit
ways to
look
get
fun
fit.
as hell, though. I want to
Okay,
try
niggas
it.
who do anything but pick up a weight. Okay, now moving on to one of my least favorite hobbies. I don't know if you can even call it that, but whatever you want to call it. But it's podcasts. You can't just keep giving every nigga podcast equipment. All right, let's put a license on it.
Here's the thing with podcasts, bro. Good podcast or peak. Shout out, let's keep it a buck. Bad podcasts, the ones where niggas just be saying whatever just to get a clip off. Yo, tax the equipment, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Spotify needs to start rejecting some niggas. Don't allow everybody to make a podcast.
Some rules or something. It's dead ass becoming a problem having to hear some bullshit on IG Reels just because one guy thought it was a good idea to make a podcast. Because I promise you, it's like one guy in a group of friends and one of them has a bright idea to go.
Another good podcast, even though it's not, I'm pretty sure they don't actually drop podcasts. I think it's just clips. The Sandbox Sessions. Yo, look up their clips on the IG. They're funny as shit.
We should start a podcast!
Don't start a podcast if you don't have any motion, like Joe Rogan, who gets some cool ass guests. Or if you're not inspirational and don't have wise words to tell me.
Her booty was so juicy, I told her my penis was large, not a little one.
If you really don't have anything to bring to the
W
table,
information.
maybe that podcast is not such a good idea because it's gonna end up sounding like this.
Put syrup or butter on the pancakes?
Syrup.
Both?
I don't really like butter.
Both. Butter is good with the chocolate chips, but regular, I'd go syrup.
Okay, now let's.
Bro, I know one of their dads is rich as fuck, and they just had a random fucking room in their crib, like in their basement, and decided to say, fuck it, let's try a podcast, man. Let's be like Joe Rogan or some shit. I know that's exactly what went through their heads, bro. And then they went ahead. They got an Opus Clips account and everything, bro. Posting little AI clips of this shit. They thought they was gonna go triple platinum. I know his dad proud because little Jimmy's finally doing something besides jerking off and playing fucking Fortnite.
Think about it. Are podcasts really the meta anymore? If a podcast as successful as Talk Tour can fall off, and now Hawk Tour goes off the grid, how can you say that podcast is still up? That has to tell you something. Okay, jokes aside, why is it the most...
All jokes aside, Call Her Daddy's the greatest podcast of all time. No, I'm playing. Yo, what the fuck do they even talk about in Call Her Daddy? Like, has any of y'all ever, like, listened to that shit?
Brainless people that be making podcasts. If I want to hear somebody yap for an hour, at least be, like, funny or something, or be insightful or have some knowledge on what you're talking about. We all don't need to comment on shit, okay? I think Tyler said it best. If I was president, the first thing I'd do is take podcast mics away from niggas. Especially like all these red pill podcasts where they swear they're onto something but they're really not. And they're just talking about some bullshit. For an example, let's analyze this clip real quick.
So I measure time. I've compressed and condensed time. I've bent it.
Okay, then let's see how he's done that.
My day is 6 a.m. to noon, and I'm not crazy.
I mean, 6 hour day, that's not really a day now, is it?
My second day starts at noon and goes till 6 p.m.
Yeah, this nigga's yapping, bro. He's yapping. I see where you're trying to get at, but I'm letting y'all know right now. He's yapping. This is word salad. He's yapping, and since he has a deep voice, and since they playing the interstellar background music in the background, niggas gonna actually think he's saying some shit. But this is just word salad.
That's day 2. And then the next day is 6 p.m.
Don't let the music
what
fool
I've
you,
done
gang.
now is I have changed and
Same
manipulated
shit when them spiritual niggas trying to say some fucking intellectual spiritual shit, and they have that little that one background music in the background, or when niggas be trying to tell scary stories and they have background music plays so much until how you feel about a video, bro. Oh my god.
I now get 21 days.
He's not saying shit.
Stack that up over a month, I'm gonna kick your butt.
Okay, so pretty much all this guy has done is call 6-hour periods a day.
You stupid.
Well, with that logic, my day's every hour. So I have like 100 days a week. Yeah, whose butt's being kicked now? And this next one is probably the most despicable hobby out. And it's being online. You know, I'm not really one to talk because my screen time doesn't really look the greatest. But I'm nothing like you. Yeah, this one...
But chat, low key, I've been thinking about starting like a YouTube account though. Like I've been thinking about doing that shit, bro. I feel like YouTube is like the land of opportunity. Even though I know I'm not supposed to be online like a lot, I'm thinking about like just doing this, and then YouTube just be the only thing I post on. Like not even post on, but like just do anything on it, bro. Let me know what y'all think about that game.
Goes out to the chronically online people, you know, the keyboard warriors, the full-time Discord mods, and the, you know, stereotypical Redditors. Maybe it's just a handful of y'all giving bad examples, but too many want to diddle kids.
Dude, what the hell?
Does it matter?
This is just an astute observation of mine. I know it doesn't apply to everyone in the category, okay? The ones I'm talking about, they all sort of have a certain look to them. You know, a fedora is a dead giveaway, and a neckbeard will get you on the right track. And the reason why being online is such a shit hobby is because 90% of the time it's just pure unproductivity. Like, ain't shit getting done when you're online, I promise you. It's just pure doom scrolling, frying.
You know, the internet is one of the greatest things ever invented, and a lot of times we use it for the worst reasons, bro. Yo, if you told your ancestors that they could talk to their relatives in fucking the UK from Boston, Massachusetts, they would literally cry at the news, bro. They don't gotta send a pigeon or use pigeons no more. So, if you told your ancestors in Afghanistan that you could, probably not Afghanistan. You told your ancestors in Japan, right, that you could see big booty, naked black women, which, you know, there's no black people in Japan back then, for free on the internet with just one Google search, they might spend 30 days going. Tell them they could see what prime fucking Willow Rider just for free. They might never do some work again. The anime may have never been made, bro. Fuck, I ain't gonna lie. Shit, I ain't gonna hold you. But hey, that's just how life is.
Your brain till it looks like a raisin. We can just look at other hobbies that are objectively good, like sports. While you're doing it, you're getting fit, or reading, you're increasing your brain power, all while having entertainment at the same time. But fucking IG Reels, bro. Yeah, it's pure entertainment, but you can't tell me this shit is not damaging to the youth.
I'm raising all over the place, going on your face, handing out packets.
But I'm really one to...
The crazy part about that video, he made $0 from that video. He just did that shit for the love of the game. Literally. Just insane.
Talk now that I deep it. Just look at my videos, bro. It's really just the worst elements of the internet combined into an 8-minute video just so I can get mid-roll ads. But anywho, we're just gonna ignore everything I just said and move on to our next hobby. Okay, for the last one, I have a real fear in my heart for the people that do this, bro. And it's taxidermy. If you don't know what taxidermy is, it's where you take a dead animal carcass and then stuff it to make it look like it's still alive for display. Yup, that's the real description. Can somebody please explain to me where...
Them country motherfuckers be doing that shit. They'll take a deer head, stuff it with fucking whatever, and then plaster that shit on the wall as like a fucking like trophy because they actually killed the deer. I ain't gonna lie, that shit low-key kind of, yeah, that's low-key kind of interesting, bro. They used to do that with black people too. Let's stop talking now.
The enjoyment in this is? Like, what is this freak ass hobby, bro? I cannot trust a single nigga that is doing this. You know, like, doing it to deer heads is one thing. Still weird as fuck though, you're pushing it. But when you start combining animals that aren't related at all to create monstrosities, yeah, you are a lost soul, bro.
Yeah, what the hell is this?
How do you even go about finding out that this is something you're passionate about? Oh yeah, and gooning. Yeah, that's a pretty bad one. Enough of that.
You know, we know St. Dawn, you do the gooning shit yourself, so you ain't want to highlight that, you know, too much. But I will, you know. Gooning is a bad if you do it too much. But that's the end of the video.